Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Kadash, and the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son Ba'Hashem, and the name Hamashiach Kapshai. Those are the true names in ancient Paleo Hebrew, Balash Kadash on the tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles, Wa Akim, Wa Akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a World War Three news updates as of March the 21st, 2026 on this Saturday night. And this is from the time of Israel. It says over a hundred and injured, 11 and serious in Iranian missile strikes on southern cities of Adarad, Dimona. Two children is in serious conditions after air defense fall to intercept missiles fire apparently aimed at the nuclear resource facilities near Dimona. Iran claims Slavio was retaliation for the U.S. striking Nazis. Okay, so definitely tensions are heating up between Iran and Israel Defense Force and the pro-Iranian groups going against the Israel Defense Force as well too. It says the IDF chief improved strikes on all fronts after Iran missile strikes on cities of Dimona. So, rumors of wars heating up 28 minutes ago. It says sirens warn of suspected drone infiltration in northern Israel. Right, because you've been having the Hezbollah and pro-Iranian groups been using increasing heavy missile and drone strikes and missile strikes and ballistic missile strikes on the Israel Defense Force in northern Israel, central Israel, southern Israel. 33 minutes ago reported UK nuclear power submarine positioning in the Arabian Sea, amending rising tensions. So yes, tensions are really heating up as of right now. Over there in Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, the Gaza Strip, the West Bank, Palestinian territory, the Arabian Sea, over there in the Mediterranean Sea, the Red Sea. So tensions are really heating up over there in the area. It says dozens of settlers to raid West Bank Palestinian villages towards properties. It was that disgressive nations that perplexing because we're seeing upwards of people were. That's Luke 21 verse 25 and that second Edge 9 verse 3. 1 hour ago reported Trump threatens to obliterate Iran's power plant if Strait of Hormuz not open in 48 hours. Wars and rumors of wars. The IDF says it hit Iran's new university site used to develop components for nuclear weapons. It says a Hezbollah rocket injures 5 in a northern building damage in barrage of IDF strikes Lebanon. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Right, so the prophet Joel was mentioned. This is being proclaimed among the Gentiles, which are the armies of the nations. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Right, so let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. And that's what we're seeing over there in Western Asia, throughout the Persian Gulf, over there in the Mediterranean Sea, the Gulf regions, the Arabian Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, the Red Sea. So tensions are heating up over there in that area. The Gaza Strip, the West Bank, the Palestinian territory, Iraq, Syria, throughout Western Asia, throughout that whole region, tensions are increasing on a daily basis. So the tension between Iran and the pro-Iranian groups and the proxy groups teaming up together, going against the Israel Defense Force, the United States armies, and against Britain as well too. So tensions are really heating up throughout that whole region by the day. Joel chapter 3 verse 9. Proclaim, meant to say Joel 3 verse 10. Beat your plowshares and the swords and the pointing hooks and the spears, and let the weak sound strong. Right, Hezbollah and the pro-Iranian groups rising up against the Israel Defense Force and the United States armies of Great Britain. Let the weak sound strong. That's what we're seeing. And this is the book of Luke 21 and verse 25. It says, "There shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations are perplexing." And siege rage word. Right, so we're seeing the nations are in perplexing because we're seeing modern day ruler against modern ruler, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, wars and rumors of wars. So that's why we're seeing the nations are in perplexing. This is the book of Mark, chapter 3. And verse 24, it says, "And if a kingdom be divided itself, the kingdom cannot stand." Right, so we're seeing these modern day kingdoms being divided itself, which cannot stand. That's what we're seeing. So Ecclesiasticus 3 verse 8. It says, "In a time to love, in a time of HATE, in a time of war, time of peace." Right, so we're living in a time of war. Wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, distress of nations, like sea rich one. So that's something that will continue to increase. Let's check out Jerusalem Post. It's just a quick World War III update. It says at least 88 wounded in serious conditions after Iranian missile strikes Al-Arab building. All those wounded had been evacuated to medical center in Beersheba for treatment, and the MDA says added that no one is currently tapping on the rubble. Those search efforts continues. Yep, so wars heating up. It says a scores wounded in Israel north and south as Iran and Hezbollah launch joint barrage. Yep, wars heating up. Iran threatens U.S. and Israel infrastructure over energy strikes. Yep, wars heating up. Iran threatens U.S. Israeli infrastructure over energy strikes. If the enemy attacks fuel and energy infrastructure, all energies, information technologies, and desalinations infrastructure belongs to the U.S. and the regime and the region will be targeted. And they've definitely been targeted. So Iran, they not letting up, even though they took some heavy losses by the United States armies and Israel Defense Force armies in Great Britain. They're not gonna let up because they're gonna fight back, and that's what we're seeing. So they use heavy airstrikes over there in those oil facilities, I believe, over there in northern Syria, central Syria. Over there in northern Israel, central Israel, southern Israel, and over there in Tel Aviv, and over there in the Mediterranean Sea, over there in the Arabian Sea. Hey, so tensions are really heating up between the Israel Defense Force versus the pro-Iranian groups and Hezbollah together. It says Iranian-backed military strike Iraqi's intelligence service in Baghdad escalations. It says the IDF strikes Iran's nuclear weapons research development facilities because you've been having, I believe, the United States and Israel Defense Force were kind of contemplated should they strike those nuclear facilities because you had the United States was telling them not to do that. Now they are doing that, and I believe the United States they're doing the same thing as well too. So now that Iran, I believe they're going to do the same thing as well too. So that's why we're seeing these oil wars and these nuclear wars heating up between these nations. The pro-Iranian groups in Iran versus the Israel Defense Force and the United States armies, and especially over there in the Strait of Hormuz in that region. So the United States was threatening Iran if they don't fully open to everybody of the Strait of Hormuz, when they're importing, exporting oil, oil productions and items, that's part of their global economy, and it might potentially affect it. So the United States Army is giving the Iranians 48 hours to open up the Strait of Hormuz. If not, they're going to retaliate, which they previously did, and happen once again. So we're definitely seeing the tensions are really heating up between these nations. It says Kurds celebrate no rest, amending Iran's tensions. Ramadan overlaps and regional unrest. Widely celebrate the holidays, hold particularly cultural and political significance. The Kurds throughout the Middle East and diaspora communities worldwide. It says Iran deported about 100 IRGC officials to Lebanon post 2020 war, sources say. It says March the 21st, 2026, reads Jerusalem Post. It says the IDF clashes with Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. Unalive, a person with gun and tank fire. 3 additional groups were unalived by tank fire, and the IDF says that the Israeli side suffers no casualties. It says in Iraq, Iran's proxy militants opened a third front of war against the U.S. and the Israelis. Because you had and that makes perfect sense too. Because you had I think it was like, it was mentioned in the time of Israel. It was saying that the Israel Defense Force cabinet, they had approved a multi-front war airstrikes on Hezbollah and the pro-Iranian groups in Iran after those strikes in those facilities over there. It says Iran claims Natanz's nuclear facility struck. The IDF says unaware of attacks. It says no one can destroy Iran's nuclear ambitions, the IEA director says. It says Iran fired missiles at the UK military base beyond known Iran's military range. Yeah, Iran do got some missiles that can range for a good short distance. It says the U.S. prepares for a potential ground invasion. Right, so while the tensions are continuing heating up over there in that region, so these are definitely rumors wars heating up. This is the book of Matthew 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right, that's what we're hearing, wars and rumors of wars between the pro-Iranian groups going against the Israel Defense Force and Iran versus Israel. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right, Russia versus Ukraine. The EU, European Union versus Russia and Belarus. North Korea versus South Korea, Japan, United States. China versus Taiwan. Russia versus Ukraine. Russia versus United States. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors like Pakistan versus Afghanistan. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not trouble for all these things must first come to pass, but it's not yet. Right, so it's going to come to pass, but not going to hit shit. Matthew 24 verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. This goes to Ethnos. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And this is the book of Revelations 11 verse 14. Then I'm closing out. This is the book of Revelations 11 verse 14. The second will pass, behold the third will come quickly. Right, so the second will pass, behold the third will come quickly. Armageddon, Armageddon won, the third war is war. So with that, hopefully this was edifying. This World War III news updates as of March the 21st, 2026 on this Saturday night as tensions continue to heat up over there in Western Asia throughout that whole region. So the second will pass, behold the third will come quickly. And that's in the book of Revelation 11 verse 14. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Kwakadash. And the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Ba'Hashem, in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, the Lashkwadash, the Holy Tongue, and I say Barakatham to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwa. Till next time, I say Shalom.